What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're making a breakfast you're gonna enjoy if you're a true American. I'm an American! The type of breakfast you'd eat with a bald eagle perched on your shoulder and a star-spangled tattoo on the horseshoe tribe.
Patriotic breakfast.
Actually, it doesn't matter where you're from. You can eat this thing. You're gonna love it. You're gonna get a lot of protein. You're gonna be anabolic, and you're gonna make results. Yes, I'm talking about cheesy bacon hash browns. You're gonna love this one. As always, the RJF recipe book has been updated, so if you've already purchased it, go back to the link in my description, re-download, and you'll get the most latest, up-to-datest copy with all the new recipes that are coming out. So like I said, you sign up for it one time, lifetime subscription, and you're gonna get every recipe moving forward that we make. Without further ado, guys, let's get this started. You ready? Let's do it! Yeah. Well, fast forward 2 hours, they were testing fire alarms in this building, and you can't film when that's happening. You can't. But we're gonna keep moving. Sometimes life hands you lemons, and all you can do is take those lemons, stuff them in your pants, and walk around with a chip on your shoulder. Let's go. I know I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but you really need a food scale if you want these recipes to work out, man. Make sure you have one of these. It's gonna make the whole process way easier. This recipe is stupid simple. We only got like 4 ingredients, guys, so anybody can do this. Anybody, and that means you. You bum. First thing we need is pre-shredded hash browns. I mean, you can buy the potato, you can shred it yourself, but if you've never peeled a potato, then you may not know what it's like to hate yourself for 30 minutes. But you don't want to spend that time doing that. Just buy them pre-shredded like this, no flavor, just basic potatoes. That way we get them smooth carbs, none of the added BS, man. We're about making gains around here, boy. So weigh out 332 grams of hash browns. All right, that's a little too much, so we take a little away. See how that works, man? Perfect. Optional step, but if you want to have some better flavor, I'm gonna put some kosher salt in here and just a little dash of onion powder. Nothing crazy. Now just go in with your hands, mix it all up, let that salt kind of touch all the pieces, man. Like Dad always said, you never leave it untouched. And good. Now get you a large skillet, hit it with a coating of nonstick. Light coating, don't add too many calories, but you want to be able to grease it. And throw the hash browns right in there. Then go in with your spatula, flatten them out a little bit, like so. Now when you're cooking your hash browns, they take maybe 5 to 8 minutes to cook them all the way. Depending on how you like your hash browns done, I like to burn mine a little bit, man, a little crispy. My dad always taught me. So I'm gonna overcook mine a little bit, but if I give you one tip to cooking good, bud, stick with it, keep an eye on it. When you go walking away and forgetting about what you're doing, that's when the accidents happen. Whole place burns down, you're gonna thank God they were testing them alarms. Once your hash browns are done, they got a little bit of color, pull them off and get you a big 6 muffin tray. The big 6. Go ahead and hit every one of your muffin indents with a little light coating of nonstick spray. And what we want to do is evenly distribute our hash browns into each of these cups. You're gonna see where we're going with this here in a second. Just bear with me. Fill these up. Ooh, that's hot. And using a spoon, your hands, maybe something God gave you, go ahead and push this down in here and flatten it towards the bottom. This is gonna be the bottom. And do that to every one of your muffins. And once they're flat, can't believe it's not butter spray. Take this and add a nice layer right on top. Gonna give these hash browns a nice buttery flavor. There ain't nothing quite as American as buttered hash browns. Using a food scale, I've weighed out 168 grams of fat-free cheddar cheese. And we're gonna take a little pinch and put it down each of these as well. We're not using all our cheese here. You want just enough to coat the top of these hash browns. Give you a nice surprise when you bite into it, you know? Dad always said ain't nothing wrong with a nice surprise. Unless you're trying to sell me DirecTV, then you can just leave. Once they all got a nice layer of cheese, go in and push them all down again. Really make it compact, man. Press it like you do your girlfriend when you don't know where she's at on a Friday night. We know you don't trust her. Now using our food scale, we're gonna weigh out 460 grams of liquid egg whites. Now fat-free cheddar already has a bunch of protein, but this is really gonna step this up a notch, boy. What's more American than eggs? I think egg whites is more of a hipster thing, really. Optional step, but I am gonna throw in a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, just a little bit of onion powder, and just give it a light little whisk. Now we will take these egg whites and slowly, evenly dump them into our canisters here. Let it rise to about the cheese. You'll see the cheese kind of start to float. You know, you're probably fry good then. If you got any extra, just kind of evenly disperse. Bingo. Now the final ingredient is so un-American, it ain't afraid to tell you. We got bacon, but this ain't American bacon. This is Canadian bacon. Way leaner, way less fat. A lot like real life. So we need 224 grams. This comes in a nice little package, and it's also pre-cooked, so we don't gotta mess with any of that. You may notice these 3 pieces look different than these. I use 2 different brands. I shop at multiple stores, so the Canadian bacon looks different, but same thing. So I'm gonna take my stack, I'm gonna cut it into tiny little chunks here. Boom, you see this? It's like magic. And once the bacon is all chopped up into little chunks, we're gonna evenly, once again, push this down into each of our cheesy hash browns. This is quite a bit of bacon. I mean, really, hash brown, bacon, and eggs is about as American as a sense of entitlement without ever having worked for anything in your life. Doesn't get more American than that. And boom. And last but not least, we take the rest of our cheese and we're gonna cover the top of each of these hash browns. To really get in there with it, spread it out. On the surface, this recipe may seem complicated, but I mean, this is easy, man. Super easy. You know, this is the type of American breakfast you make for your pappy, or gam-gam, or a fellow brother in iron. Once you're finished with the stacking, the layering, the muscle building, throw them in the oven, 400 degrees, about 20 minutes. That's the sweet spot, man. Everything's gonna be good, everything's gonna be good, everything's gonna be good. Whoop, whoop. Set a timer, 20 minutes, baby. Woo.
Bed, you've been being so good this whole time. How about a piece of bacon, huh? You want some bacon? That's Canadian bacon, Bed. Do you like it, Bed? Ooh, we got some bacon. My boy loves his bacon.
These are fresh and hot out of the oven, and let me tell you, they smell incredible. Woo! Had some overspillage on some of these, but hey man, casualties of war, bud. We're here to make gains. If a mess happens, so be it. Price we're willing to pay. So I'm gonna go down in the side here, try to get one of these guys out of here. So we got one of these out of here. Now it's time for a good old-fashioned cut test. Ooh. Son, you got the hash brown, you got the bacon, you got the cheese down here, the cheese top. Oh, I cannot wait to eat this thing, man. Let's go. All right, guys, let's get to it, man. I am so hungry. This smells so good. I'm behind on my eating schedule for the day. I really just want to eat. So I got 3 of these off to the side. I'm gonna tell you the macros for this whole thing. Mind-blowing, super anabolic. We're gonna see why you only need 3. You might only need 2. Heck, you might only need 1. World's your oyster, pal. Have as many as you'd like. So let me go in and just get a nice cheesy bite right here. Get a little hash brown, a little bacon, just a little bit of everything right there, man. That's a primo bite. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, let go. Tastes like freedom. Tastes like wide-mouthed bass fishing. It tastes good, but I know it'll make it a little better. G, I'm tagging you in. G Hughes sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. Low calorie. Really add it to any of my recipes and it'll be really good. Well, maybe not the Anabolic Sunday. Now let's see how she does, boy. Man, everything's better when G's on top. My man. I'm ravenously hungry. And if you prefer, you can always just smash it down with a fork like I did with this one. Flatten it out if you'd like, but it doesn't matter, man. As long as you eat it. I know I've done a lot of like dessert recipes here lately toward like finding healthy ways for dessert, but if you just want like a classic staple, man, a good hearty breakfast, this is where it's at. Let's tag in the foreign exchange student sriracha and see how we fare. Ooh, just a little bit on there, man. See how we do. A little spicy, but good. That's hot. Grab my jug. Too much sriracha. By the way, it is only 1:20 p.m. and that's how much of a jug I got down, man. We're almost to the bottom one. That's because it tastes good, because I fill it with Final Boss Amino's decaf, baby, sour moon rock flavor. 2 scoops, 1 gallon. That thing's gonna taste like Kool-Aid all day, man. Benefits of water intake: your stomach's more full, you're more hydrated, you feel better. Lots of benefits, man. Don't skip that water. Available at finalbossstores.com or Amazon.com. A free 2-day shipping. Use card, get 10% off. Obligatory pitch done. All right, guys. Not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty full off 2 of these. Ooh, let's mop these up. Ooh, I'm tapped. So in this entire recipe, man, if you make the entire thing, there's 1,068 calories, only 12 grams of fat, 160 grams of protein, only 80 grams of carbs, with 8 fiber. And as far as like how many you should eat, what the serving size is, the way I do any recipe in my cookbook or when I'm making recipes, right, is that I like to make a little extra. That way I can have 2 meals of it, right? I can have 3 meals of it. So depending on what your calorie needs are, in my cookbook, I'll show you how to find out exactly how many calories you you need in a day for weight loss, maintaining, whatever, right? And if your breakfast needs to be 360 calories, have 2 of them. You're definitely getting enough protein. That's not even a question. The only 2 things that matter when you're trying to diet for fat loss, aesthetics, whatever, is your calories where they need to be, and are you having enough protein? Well, that's the goal with these recipes. I want a lot of protein. I don't even have to think about it. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, comment anything down below, anything. It all helps. My channel lately has been doing really good. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's because you guys are doing that. That means the world to me. Comment anything, anything. I don't care if it's 2 equal signs and a capital D. Comment it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're almost at 500,000 subscribers. That's wild. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, a large percentage of my audience isn't, subscribe. And don't forget, if you got the cookbook, link in description. The new update is here. This recipe is in there along with any of the new ones I've added this past week and a half. So go re-download your copy. It's free, lifetime membership, and you're good to go. And if you're looking for any type of one-on-one coaching, you want me to make you a meal plan, you want me to break it down for you so stupid simple that all you gotta do is do it, check out my site, RemingtonJaysFitness.com. I can handle that for you, buddy. So thank you guys, as always, for watching. And until next time, I will see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Tastes like freedom.